Hey there, I'm Jen Gerasimus. I'm the founder and CEO of 7 Core Wellness, as well as one of your healthy habits coaches. And I'm here to give you best practices for this downloadable you just signed up for, the Healthy Habits Starter Guide. This is one of our best tools that we've had that people have enjoyed on trying to create sustainable healthy habits because it is a huge challenge. And this guide helps you get yourself on the right foot started towards creating sustainability. So, first practice is print this off. There's power in writing stuff down, or if for some reason you decide you don't want to print it off, that's fine. Then get out pen and paper, and I want you to go through this guide and write on a sheet of paper what this is, instead of use as your worksheets instead. So there are 5 simple steps to getting started. And the focus of this is on creating 1 to 2 sustainable healthy habits. A lot of times that people are not successful with creating a healthy lifestyle is because they tend to do more than they can sustain, more than they can do in their busy lifestyle. And so what's really is most ideal is to pick 1 or 2, focus on those for like 4 weeks, and then add on to those, and then build up this progress to where you're wanting to go. An overnight overhaul does not work. It just does not work. So you've got your steps on this page and then your worksheet to fill out on this page. So we're going to go through these steps really quickly just to help give you a little bit more guidance. Step 1 is you're going to note what your goal, what your vision is. And that for some people is going to vary, but I'm going to give a very common example of losing weight. A lot of people have this goal of losing weight. They vision themselves being healthier. And so, but even though that's the goal, what's going to make that happen is the habits, the changes in your lifestyle that are going to make that happen. That's where the focus needs to be. So don't you think about the list of habits that you would need to, we're not just talking about the list of habits of stuff you need to take out, but what do you need to add? Let's focus on what you need to add. Now, you may make a list and it can be really overwhelming, okay? And that's another thing. So to take out the overwhelm, again, and to create that sustainability, I want you to pick 1 to 2 at the most for you to focus on. Now, if you have taken our Where Do I Start Healthy Habits quiz, then you already have a focus habit to work on. You already have an idea where to start. If you haven't and you would like one, go to 7corewellness.com/quiz. Take that quiz, and that's going to help give you with a common guiding habit to get started with. So as an example, as we go through this, I'm going to pick with eating more vegetables every day. Most adults do not get the amount of vegetables they should have. And if most people had more vegetables every day, I guarantee you'd be a lot healthier. So that is a really good place for a lot of people to start. So for this focus habit, this person is going to want to do eating 3 servings of vegetables every day. So maybe they only have 1 to 2 on average, but there things, okay, 3 seems doable. I feel confident. You want these habits that you're picking to be confident. For example, if you only eat 1 to 2 servings and you're trying to reach to 6 and you say, I want to start eating all the servings of vegetables of 6, how confident are you in achieving that? Most people wouldn't be super confident of jumping from one place to the other. So what would you be more confident in? And so we're going to pick 3 servings of vegetables. Step 2 of here is defining your why. This has to do with mindset. Here in 7 Core, we think of the 3 non-negotiables for creating sustainable healthy habits: the right mindset, the right plan, and the right accountability. So the why, writing down your why, is helping you with your mindset. Why do you want to do this? It's very important. What is nudging you to be successful with your healthy habits? What's going to keep you wanting to do the habits when you don't want to? it can be very deep and personal about how you feel about yourself, about how you want to be an example for your kids, or be active for them. You're just tired of being tired and unhealthy, but there's still usually a little something deeper. So your why, I want you to write that down. Think about that and then to write it down. Then step 3 is you've got to identify challenges that are going to get in your way, that are going to prevent you from achieving your habits over, say, I like to focus on about 4 weeks. Although your planning is kind of like really like attacking 1 week at a time. Again, we're focusing on this habit for 4 weeks. What kind of challenges do you see are going to get in your way to prevent you from being successful? For someone who doesn't have, with trying to get vegetables in, maybe it is they don't like vegetables. That could be a big challenge, right? They know you need to eat more, but they really don't like them. Another one is that you're so busy, so finding the time to get more vegetables can be a challenge. And so then as you start, it's only by identifying those challenges, then you can start thinking of ways to overcome it and start creating your plan, which is going into the next step on step 4, is creating that plan of being successful. So going back to our vegetables, someone who doesn't like to eat them, maybe their plan is they're going to choose to fix vegetables in a different way that they haven't done before, or try a new vegetable at least once during the week. Okay, so they're gonna give that a try. For someone who doesn't have time during the week, maybe they're gonna think about, I can allot 10 minutes on a Sunday to prep a bunch of veggies in a container, so I can just grab those, or in baggies, and I can just grab those, and that's another way for me to get my vegetables in. As well as other things you want to think about as planning is that sitting down on the weekend and thinking about what meals I'm going to have my vegetables, have my extra servings of vegetables, what they're going to be, getting the stuff from the store, because part of it's creating an environment. Do you have the stuff in the house that you need in order to be successful? All right, so then after you've created that plan, then you start going into action and you start using the accountability calendar, okay? Now you can use the accountability calendar also, this page right here, which is, you're gonna mark your couple of habits and your why, and you can also, people use the calendar to help mark challenges that they're gonna have. Or say, for example, I'm just using, if you're saying I'm going to move for 10 minutes 2 days a week, you're going to plan out ahead what those 2 days a week of movement are on your schedule, on your calendar. Or you can plan when you're going to the store, you can plan, write down what vegetables you're going to have during the day, use this. But then what's real important as far as the accountability piece, and this is like a progress marker, is to give yourself gold stars on the days where you are successful and on the days you have planned out, okay? This portion is extremely important because, as I've already stated, it is a visual way for you to see your progress. Because sometimes we just know, like, we're going to make these changes, and then it's the times when it's like, oh, I didn't do what I was planned to do, and then you just give up. And when you can sort of see the chain of gold stars, and I'm using stars as examples, you can do stickers, you can color it, you can, whatever you want to do with it. When you start seeing these markers of your progress, so there might be some days you mess up. Well, just pick it up the next day and see how pretty and big and full you can get your calendar. And then you can celebrate in the fact of, like, you know what, I did way better this month. I've still got a ways to go, and it's a progress. It's a process, but I've done better in 1 month than I've done in a really long time. So that's why this portion is so important. So then what's next? My thing is, anytime that somebody does some kind of, I don't even like to call these challenges, it's about lifestyle changes. It's because a lot of times with, like, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge, well, what's after that? What's your plan to create sustainability? Most people could do some huge overhaul possibly in 30 days, but maintaining, that's the hard part. That's why we focus on these small things. So when you're coming to the end of the 4 weeks, okay, well, what do you do next? And that's what the final page of this downloadable is for you to take an evaluation of how did these last 4 weeks go. So think about, were you successful? Why were you successful? Do you add on to this habit? So you've been doing 3 vegetables every day. Do you make it 4? Or do you add in some other kind of habit? All right. But if you say you weren't very successful, you didn't maintain, why was that? What were your big challenges? What were your big roadblocks? Did you end up picking out a habit that was a little too much? You bit off more than you can chew. Did you really have a strong plan in place? Did you use the accountability calendar? Think about those things before you move on to the next. Now, you can always also go back to the Healthy Habits quiz and go through it again and pick, see what kind of habit, the next habit you should take as suggested by that, and go along with that way. So those are the steps on getting started for helping you create sustainable, healthy habits. And this this downloadable, we would love to hear what habits you pick out and how it's going. So the best way for you to connect with us is to, one, you can join our private Facebook group. The link to that is going to be below in this below. And so join that private Facebook group. You can share within there with a community of other individuals. Us coaches, Sarah, Veronica, and myself are very much interactive inside that group. You can also direct message us through social media. We've got 7 Core Wellness on Instagram and Facebook, or you can reply back to these emails at any time. But if you're also feeling like you need a little bit extra encouragement, help, guidance, because as simple as this might seem, sometimes you need some extra help on getting started, extra help on guidance, how to get through challenges, the accountability piece. We are here from you. Set up a 20-minute call. Link for that is below also. And let's talk. Let's see how we can help you, because there is one of the top most important things that you can be taking care of is your health, and you know that. You feel better, you can better serve your family, your community, your friends, your work, all that when we're taking care of your health. No one's ever regretted saying, why did I take the time to be healthy? They more likely usually regret, so why didn't I take the time, to be healthier and stuff. So, reach out to us. Let us know how it's going. You've got this. The change is completely possible when you create it and pick habits that are particular and doable in your life. So we wish you nothing but the best in health and wellness here at 7 Core Wellness. We look forward to hearing about your progress.